Good afternoon. My name is Shelby Clayton, and welcome to my last Texan Ag Weekly. Over the past few weeks, I've talked a lot about the changes that are happening in the agriculture industry. Having a new president means that changes are going to occur. One of the things that President Trump said that he was going to do during his campaign was to renegotiate NAFTA, the North America Free Trade Agreement, something that will have an effect on agriculture. When he was running for president, Trump pledged to either renegotiate or completely withdraw from NAFTA within 200 days of taking office. We are now 100 days in, and Trump told a rally in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania on Saturday that he will be trying to renegotiate the agreement. But he will terminate NAFTA if a fair deal for the United States cannot be reached. To understand the impact this will have on agriculture, you first must understand what NAFTA is. NAFTA is a trade agreement between Mexico, the U.S., and Canada that began in 1990 and was signed in 1994 by President Bill Clinton. The aim was to encourage trade between the three North American countries by breaking down barriers like tariffs, import restrictions, and federal environmental laws. Trump's never really explained the issues he has with NAFTA, but he has said that the agreement has lessened the penalties for American companies sending jobs out of the country. Something that he has never commented on is a connection between agriculture and NAFTA. NAFTA has a different effect on the farmers of each country. For the U.S., it has contributed to the consolidation of agriculture to a few large corporations. Corn, for example, was a big Mexican import. They had many buyers, but prices dropped and small farmers couldn't compete in the export market. In Mexico, the corn messed with farmers, too. NAFTA and technology killed an estimated 1.5 million jobs in the agriculture industry in 2 decades. Canada retained many tariffs and regulations in NAFTA. Canada has way stricter environmental laws than Mexico or the U.S. Because of NAFTA, it is possible for a corporation to sue a foreign government for unfairly restricting its work, like forcing corporations to adhere to its laws. Canada has been sued 35 times since 1994 and has had to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in penalties to American corporations. Canada has said that they are willing to renegotiate. The lawsuits probably play into this willingness. The original 1994 agreement said that any of the 3 countries can leave the agreement if they give 6 months' notice, though renegotiating the agreement may take a lot of time. So, NAFTA has had its drawbacks for every country involved, but leaving the agreement would present an entirely new set of issues. Companies that exist in more than one country would have to pick up and move at their own expense. Many beef producers raise their cattle in Mexico and then slaughter them in the U.S. This expense could put them out of business. If the tariffs increased, it would be more expensive to ship things from Mexico to the U.S., like coffee, vegetables, beer, liquor, chocolate, and fruit. From there, Mexico could impose tariffs on American agriculture products like corn, soy, pork, dairy, and other things that they import hundreds of billions of dollars worth. NAFTA removed those tariffs and huge agribusiness corporations were formed, but bringing back tariffs likely wouldn't make those businesses become family farms again. It would probably depress current markets. The American Farm Bureau Federation president, Zippy Duvall, wrote a letter to President Trump thanking the administration for its decision to renegotiate NAFTA instead of outright withdrawing from it. Duvall said, and I quote, "There are compelling reasons to update and reform NAFTA from agriculture's perspective, including improvements on biotechnology, sanitary and phytosanitary measures, and geographic indicators." He also noted that withdrawal from NAFTA would have been a severe blow to the agricultural sector. NAFTA should be modernized. Things like dairy issues, animal health certifications, and transparency when it comes to agricultural biotechnology can all be modernized. It will be interesting to see where this negotiation goes. No matter what happens, it will have a big effect on the future of the agriculture industry. Thank you for joining me for my very last Texan Ag Weekly.